Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in today's reading. So first card we have is the Knight of Swords. We have some air sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or even an Aquarius. We've got the Seven of Cups, it's in the reverse. And we have the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Cups. So this Queen of Cups showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like an energy of being able to have a strong sense of connection between two people or in a relationship with somebody. And I do feel like there's an openness and an available energy when it comes to the emotional connection. This does feel like a strong emotional connection, but I also feel like there is a lot of receptivity to a sense of being open to receiving that connection with you. I do feel like with this Queen of Cups, this feels like a compassionate energy as well. I do feel like also somebody who has very sincere and genuine intentions in this connection going into it. I do feel like with the Knight of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty confident energy that somebody has. I do feel like this person is in a space where they want to be able to move things along quickly. I do feel like this person's kind of coming in at a speed, at a quick rate. So I do feel like there's a sense of them rushing in. I do feel like with this Knight of Swords, this also feels like quick communication from somebody. It's like they want to be able to actually have things move forward quite quickly. I do feel like they communicate that. And I do feel like with this Knight of Swords, this feels like an energy of this person being quite confident. Needs to be a characteristic of this, but it does feel like an energy of being determined. And I do feel like when it comes to being able to kind of be in a space where it's coming across as if this person is quite decisive. I do feel like this person knows what they want, they go after it, and I do feel like they are also, when it comes to the feelings they have for you, they are quite confident about them. I do feel like this person is quite assertive as well. So this does feel like a very bold energy and even a bold sense of being able to approach this connection with you. So we do have the Seven of Cups, it's in the reverse. And with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, this feels like a decisive energy as well. I do feel like there's a sense of kind of making a decision surrounding this connection, especially the emotional connection within it. I do feel like with the Queen of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck, this feels like an energy of being able to really have a strong emotional connection with somebody. And I do feel like it's an open energy, and do feel like there's a strong emotional connection that you may feel with this person. I do feel like also being able to get to a place where things feel quite grounded in the emotional connection and doesn't feel so unstable or like a roller coaster or even unclear. I do feel like with the Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of someone who's in a space where I do feel like they feel a lot of feelings towards you. I do feel like this person even has this sense of experiencing a lot of admiration for you. It's almost like an infatuation that they have for you. I do feel like it's romantic feelings that they feel for you, but that does feel like an energy of this person being aware of that and kind of being in a space where I do feel like they are in a space where they want to be able to express something to you. They want to be able to kind of get your attention. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Lovers. We do have Gemini energy with this. You could be dealing with a Gemini. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel card. So the Wheel card showing up over here, this really does feel like an energy of being able to experience divine timing in this connection. I do feel like with the Wheel card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being able to experience a lot of experiences in this connection, especially when it comes to the emotional connection. I do feel like with this Queen of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of having a strong emotional connection with this person. I do feel like they feel too with the Lovers card showing up over here. And with this Lovers card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this person recognizing you as their person, their other half. This feels like an energy of being in a connection that does feel like this person is in a space where do you feel like they're very much invested in the idea of being able to have a connection that does feel like it is the ideal connection with you. They feel that with you. I do feel like with the Lovers card, this does also feel like pretty passionate kind of connection. And I do feel like with the Knight of Swords and with this quick kind of energy of wanting to be able to do everything quickly, there's this passionate energy that's also kind of motivating this person. Do you feel like with the Ten of Cups showing up over here, this feels like an energy of thinking about long term and wanting to be able to have a sense of having a lasting foundation, this connection that you build with this person. With the Ten of Cups, this feels like a strong emotional connection as well. I do feel like with this Ten of Cups, this feels like an energy of kind of dealing with somebody who is somebody that is, I do feel like somebody who's around you, somebody who's somewhat of a local around you. It does feel like a sense of having a lot to be able to relate to this person on, but I do feel like there's just this sense of being able to connect quite deeply with this person. It's like they get you and they get where you're coming from. I do feel like with the Six of Swords showing up over here, this feels like a positive energy for the direction of this connection. Where you're headed is easier. I do feel like it is headed towards calmer waters. And I do feel like with the Six of Swords, this also feels like being able to have open communication in this connection, also being a part of that. And I do feel like this does feel like kind of experiencing a positive shift in this connection. There may also be a move or somebody traveling for the sake of this connection. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We've got the heart-to-heart conversations. We have the finances and career. And we have true love. So the heart-to-heart conversations showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have conversations with this person that do feel very meaningful. I do feel like this person is very honest and open with you. I do feel like when it comes to your conversations, this also feels like a sense of being able to bond through, being able to communicate and have conversations with this person. Your conversations may go quite deep as well with this Lovers card showing up over here. And I do feel like also this person feeling like they can trust you and they can open up to you. With the finances and career card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody's in a space where I do feel like they're trying to be able to get their money right for the sake of being able to show up better in this connection, or be able to show up in the way that they would like to for you and for this connection. I do feel like with this finances and career card showing up over here, this does feel like that they could be actually an experience of being able to experience things kind of getting better, especially when it comes to that side of things. And with the Wheel of Fortune card showing up over here, this feels like a fortunate energy. So I do feel like also being able to experience money kind of picking up, especially at this time. And even when it comes to the career, of kind of being able to be put in a position to be able to have finances being able to pick up. So promotion, or even being able to be kind of noticed for what somebody is doing and being rewarded for it. Do you feel like with the true love card showing up over here, this feels like a very genuine connection that you have with this person? I do feel like it's mutual when it comes to this person's feelings towards you. I do feel like they feel quite deeply for you. I also feel that this person has a lot of admiration for you as well. With this Queen of Cups card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of a connection that feels like it's very compassionate. I do feel like it goes quite deep, and the emotional bond between you is quite strong as well. I do feel like with the Page of Cups, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where I do feel like they're feeling a sense of kind of really experiencing their feelings growing quite a lot in this connection with you. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.